So I certainly think that the atmosphere one is collegiate. You know, it's not a question of competing companies, you know, looking to score points. You know, really it's a group of people within an industry that are willing to learn. You know, and I think that's critical for this industry. And I can see this continuing to progress, you know. So yeah, sure. I'm very impressed.
Oh, like I said, my presentation, it's a good collaboratory tool for everybody to get together, share ideas, where the market's going. If we can just all get together and grow the market 100, 200%, we'll all have more business than we can handle. So
it's been great. It's so great to see people freely sharing their knowledge. For me, as well as a business owner, when you work in your own little environment, it's very difficult sometimes to get out there and see what other people are doing. And it's really interesting to meet people and to talk freely and openly about the problems they have.
So the reason I think that the FESPA Digital Textile Conference was so important, was so useful, is that digital textiles as a medium is kind of in its nascent moment. It's almost like the web in 95 or 97, when everybody's just starting to figure out the tools are just getting mature enough where people can express themselves, can immerse themselves in a process, and can really use digital textiles in the same way that we used to use web pages. And you know, that's mature now. And the conversations at this conference are really, you know, it's a small community, and it's an opportunity for us to share insights on how to make that possible.
Yeah, I think the lineup there, it's really diverse and it feels very young in its thinking. It's very new, and I think it was full of people that were wanting to share quite new experiences, because we're all learning this. It's all new, so we're all learners. We don't really know, well, we do know what we're doing, but we're kind of learning together, and to share that, I think it felt like a really sort of rich experience in a sort of early, you know, sort of industry, really.
Well, you know, I learned a lot today, and I learned a lot of techniques today. And also I thought was very interesting was the sort of egalitarian approach, where people are creating communities where people can step in, and much like the 3D printing community as a whole, they can use these technologies online and print their own whatever. And it's really fantastic, very sophisticated. This was a dream of mine 15 years ago, and now it's fully usable. You know, it's really fantastic. And some of the greatest members who are pushing those technologies forward were here today at FESPA, and that was very impressive to me.
Well, I would definitely recommend, I'm going to all of these events because I'm finding out new stuff that even I don't know, and I've been in the industry since before it was an industry. Today I've learned stuff about Photoshop that I did not know, which is fantastic. That guy was incredible. And I've also found out contacts, actually a professor who researches into digital textile printing. Who knew that even existed? That's great. So I'm getting new contacts that I can, when I have an idea, I know who to call just to test the idea on, so I don't need to work for 10 days on an idea that will never work. I've done that too many times.
Oh, I think it's critical for any manufacturer who wants to introduce some digitally printed component into their product, into their process, into their workflow, onto the shop floor. It's critical to not only hear their presentations, which are usually available online, you guys do a really great job with that, but talking to other attendees at the show, talking to the manufacturers of hardware, talking to the software vendors, talking to people with transfer papers and the textiles, and other people who have struggled with the same struggles and how they've actually gotten through. That's been by far the most valuable part for me to take away from this.